Former U.S. President Donald Trump pleaded not guilty yesterday on charges he faces stemming from his efforts to remain in power after losing the 2020 election. It was the second time this year Trump was face-to-face with special counsel Jack Smith, this time facing 4 counts, including on efforts to defraud the U.S. and obstruct congressional proceedings, as the Justice Department contends his plot to remain in power was fueled by lies. Good morning, I'm Abheudaya Shrestha, and these are the headlines of the hour. A child killed in a landslide in Dolkha's Gaurishankar rural municipality, 3 others missing, around 3 dozen houses suffer damages, rescue efforts ongoing. Search for additional 4 Chinese nationals involved in the recent gold smuggling scandal intensifies. CPN-UML's demand to form an investigation committee rejected by the government. Former U.S. President Donald Trump pleads not guilty in a Washington, D.C. court to conspiring to overturn his 2020 election defeat. And hosts West Indies edge past India by 4 runs in the first match of the T20 series. West Indies lead the 5-match T20 series 1-0. A child was killed after being buried in a landslide in Dolkha's Topatar Gaurishankar rural municipality 7. 3 others are missing in the landslide. According to chairperson of ward number 7, Sonam Sherpa, the deceased has been identified as 3-year-old boy Prince Thami. Likewise, Krishna Magar, his wife Dev Magar, and Harilal Shrestha, all from Topatar, have been missing after their houses were buried by the landslide. Ward chairperson Sherpa has informed that their search is ongoing. Due to the landslide induced by last night's incessant rainfall, more than 32 houses in Gaurishankar rural municipality 7 and 8 have been damaged. 3 injured people have also been rescued in Topatar. 7 houses in Topatar have suffered damages. The landslide has also swept away electricity poles, while roads in rural areas have been obstructed. 2 houses have been buried under the landslide in Salle Khare of Gaurishankar rural municipality 8, while 20 houses there are at risk. The suspension bridge over the Kattekhola that links Salle has also been damaged by floods, which has hampered rescue efforts. Although security personnel deployed for rescue have taken an alternative route, they are yet to reach the site damaged by the landslide. Local residents are currently involved in rescue efforts. The Department of Revenue investigation has intensified its search for an additional 4 Chinese nationals involved in the recent gold smuggling scandal. Their search has been intensified after Dawa Chiring, who was arrested at Vienna Hotel in Tamil, stated of their involvement in the gold scandal. Their search started from last Sunday, and high alert has been put at the Trivandrum International Airport along with the transit points at Tatopani and Kerom. So far, 18 individuals have been arrested in connection with the 100-kilogram gold smuggling scam. Dawa Chiring has been seen as the person that had been managing the gold. His involvement has been seen in making the setting at the Trivandrum International Airport Customs Office, along with dealing with political leaders. The department has taken statements from individuals that have been in contact with Chiring. The department has also said that it would also need the help of the police in the investigation of the gold smuggling scandal. The Department of Revenue investigation is also coordinating with the investigation office in Hong Kong regarding how 100 kilograms of gold was sent to Nepal. The gold smuggling scam came to the fore after the department seized the gold that passed through the Trivandrum International Airport Customs Office on 18th of July last month. The Department of Revenue investigation has not been able to nab the main culprits of the gold smuggling scandal as of yet. However, an official at the department has said that the investigation on the gold smuggling scandal would be concluded within 90 days. The main opposition, CPN-UML, has obstructed the meeting of the National Assembly demanding impartial investigation of illegal gold scandal. The main opposition obstructed the meeting yesterday as soon as it started, demanding the formation of a high-level investigation committee. Chairperson of the National Assembly, Ganesh Prasad Timilsina, meanwhile, has drawn the government attention towards repeated obstruction at the Parliament. The meeting of the National Assembly has been rescheduled for 1 p.m. this Monday. The meeting of the House of Representatives has been postponed on several occasions due to obstruction by CP and UML. The Constitutional Council has recommended Bishwambar Prasad Shrestha for the post of the Chief Justice. The meeting of the Constitutional Council held in Singhadarbar yesterday recommended Justice Shrestha for the post of Chief Justice. It may be recalled that incumbent Chief Justice Hari Krishna Karki is set to retire tomorrow based on age limit. Even as the recommendation for the post must be made a month prior to the vacancy, the meeting of the council had remained elusive amid lack of consensus among the political parties. The council has also begun process for recommendation of the Auditor General, Election Commission, National Natural Resources and Financial Commission, among other entities. Shrestha, who has been recommended for the post of the Chief Justice, began his career as an official of the Judicial Service. Shrestha was born on October 6, 1959 in Doti in far western Nepal. It has come to the light that political parties have been trying to reap benefits from the Constitutional Council that was formed to recommend the appointment of office bearers of constitutional bodies. The first task of the new leadership of the Supreme Court is to implement the report prepared with the coordination of justices that suggested to put an end to irregularities. The report includes suggestions concerning appointment process of justices and management of cases. The new leadership must shoulder the responsibility of appointing 7 justices at the Supreme Court, 54 judges at high courts, along with 6 justices and 38 at district courts. The leadership must remain impartial and free from political pressure. The leadership will also be responsible to maintain favorable environment for justice delivery at the Supreme Court to district courts. The leadership must manage workforce to reduce cases that are piling up at courts. The new leadership has the opportunity and challenges alike to make the judicial sector reliable and impartial. Experts in the judicial sector say that the leadership must be free from political interference and power share to meet the target of reforms in the judiciary. The government and the agitating victims of the cooperatives have struck a 7-point agreement. The victims of cooperatives have also withdrawn the agitation, which had continued for just over 2 months' time. As per the agreement, Loan Security Fund will be established at the earliest in a bid to return the savings of the victims. Following the agreement, Minister of Land Management, Cooperatives and Poverty Alleviation, Ranjita Shrestha, addressed the picketing victims at the capital's Maitighar Mandala. Minister Shrestha also assured of including 3 of the victims in the Cooperatives Betterment Task Force. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked people in several provinces regarding how the savings of the general public embezzled by cooperatives can be returned. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
सहकारीको सम्पत्तिहरू कहाँ छ त्यसको खोजबिन गरी त्यसैबाट चाहिँ निक्षेपकर्ताहरूलाई लगानी फिर्ता गरिदिने माहौल चाहिँ सरकारले मिलाउनु पर्ने आवश्यकता हुन्छ।
पहिला कारबाहीको प्रक्रियामा ल्याउन पर्यो र उनीहरुबाटै सरकारले पहल गरेर ऋण असुल गर्दिन पर्यो।
जसले हिनामिना गर्नुहुन्छ उहाँलाई चाहिँ सरकारले लिएर आउन पर्यो।
कानुनी कारबाही कसरी हुन्छ त्यो दायरामा ल्याउन जरुरी छ।
सम्पत्तिलाई लिलाम गरेर हुन्छ या चाहिँ उनीहरुबाट जसरी पनि असुल गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ।
सम्पत्तिहरू खोजेर बाँड्न चाहिँ दिनुपर्ने जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई।
सहकारीलाई कारबाही गरेर त्यो पैसा चाहिँ फिर्ता हुनु पर्यो।
नेपाल सरकारबाट इजाजत लिएर यिनीहरूले काम गरेको हुँदा यसको जिम्मेवारी स्वयं नेपाल सरकार नै हुनुपर्दछ।
सहकारी सञ्चालकहरूको सम्पत्ति जफत गरेर नै रकम असुली गर्नुपर्छ।
मेरो बहिनी पैसा डुब्या छ राजधानी समूहबाटको कुन छन् अध्यक्ष सदस्य उनको जग्गा बेचेर भए नि पैसा त असुल हुन पर्यो।
सरकारले त्यसको नियन्त्रण गरेर निक्षेपकर्ताहरूको रकम वितरण गर्ने।
सरकारले कडा भन्दा कडा कानुन बनाएर निक्षेपकर्ताको रकम फिर्ता गराउनु।
It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Here's the question. Why are government officials reluctant to go to remote areas? Your options are A, lack of accountability, B, lack of facilities, and C, no actions taken. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And it's time now for the international updates. Former U.S. President Donald Trump has pleaded not guilty in a Washington, D.C. court to conspiring to overturn his 2020 election defeat. During a short arraignment, he spoke softly to confirm his not guilty plea, name, age, and that he was not under the influence of any substances. It marks the third appearance in 4 months for the former president as a criminal defendant. Trump entered through a back door of the courthouse in the center of the nation's capital, just yards from the U.S. Capitol and scene of the January 6, 2021 riot that is central to the prosecution's case. About 1,000 defendants charged with participating in the storming of Congress have appeared in the same court building. Former President Trump seemed to exchange glances across the court with Jack Smith, the special counsel leading the investigation. Trump was seen twiddling his thumbs as he sat waiting for the hearing to begin, and he shook his head as the clerk read out the case number. Prosecutors told yesterday's hearing the case would benefit from a speedy trial. But Trump's legal team said it would need time to prepare for a just and fair trial. Magistrate Judge Moksila Upadhyay told the former president not to communicate about the facts of the case. He was warned that failure to comply could result in an arrest warrant, revoked release conditions, custody, and contempt of court charges. Speaking to reporters afterwards before boarding his private plane home to New Jersey, Trump said his arraignment was a very sad day for America. He said the election case amounted to a prosecution of a political opponent. The next hearing will take place on 28th of August and is expected to be procedural. Niger's ousted leader has urged the U.S. and entire international community to help restore constitutional order in the country after last week's coup. In an opinion piece in the Washington Post, President Mohamed Bazoum said he was riding as a hostage. Unrest has erupted in the West African state since he was overthrown. Yesterday, the coup leaders announced they were withdrawing the country's ambassadors from France, the U.S., Nigeria, and Togo. In a statement read out on national television, they said the functions of the 4 ambassadors had been terminated. Niger is a significant uranium producer, a field that is vital for nuclear power and lies on a key migration route to North Africa and the Mediterranean. In his newspaper article, Bazoum warned the coup, if it succeeded, would have devastating consequences for Niger and the region and the entire world. Bazoum also warned of the coup leaders' links to Russian mercenary group Wagner, which operates elsewhere in the region and has been seen by many as exercising a malign influence in Niger. Many supporters of the coup in Niger have been chanting pro-Russian slogans and wearing the colors of the Russian flag. Yesterday, thousands of people took to the streets of Niger's capital, Niamey, in a peaceful demonstration backing the coup and criticizing other West African countries for imposing financial and trade sanctions on Niger. According to the U.S., there is no indication that Wagner was involved in the overthrow of Bazoum, but Wagner's leader has reportedly described the coup as a triumph. The military takeover has also been internationally condemned, including by the EU, UN, and the U.S. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.